and your brain.
Hello guys and welcome to my channel. If you are yet to subscribe, please consider doing so by clicking on that red subscribe button and then click on the bell icon as well to turn your notification on. And for those of you that have subscribed, thanks for doing so. Alright guys, so a lot has been going on social media in the last few months. Different stories flying around about the Ooni of Ife Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi and his wife Queen Naomi. There has been so many speculations by bloggers and journalists so that no one really knows exactly what is the truth. If you are not aware of what is going on, here is just a background story. So, this whole wahala started when Nigerians alleged that Olori Naomi has been sent packing from the Ooni's palace, and she responded with a post on her Instagram page debunking this rumor and stated that all was well and she was staying off social media because of her ministry as well as COVID-19. You are all aware of what has been happening with the pandemic all over the world. So following her debunking this first rumor, bloggers posted a long write-up claiming it was the narrative of what the cause of Olori Naomi leaving the palace was. Let's see a bit of these allegations levied at her. So the write-up stated that Olori Naomi left the palace with her two sisters and her mom in January this year, and that the wahala was because of a certain discovery by the Ooni on how the Olori came to be his wife 2 years ago. According to the source, the fresh discovery was said to have disrupted the peace of the revered monarch, and when challenged, rather than making a solid defense, the queen was said to have angrily packed some of her things and moved back to Akure with her mom and her sisters. Other people that are close to the royal couple also claim that Olori must have felt disappointed that 2 years into their marriage, her most expected expectations have not been met. The Olori felt Ooni has allegedly reneged on his promise before they got married to build her a big church where she would continue her evangelical work side by side her duties as Ooni's wife. According to the source, contrary to her belief that the monarch is stupendously rich and could get her all her heart desires, getting to the palace, she discovered that the Ooni is not that liquid as she thought. This was alleged to have been a nagging issue between them. So guys, that's just a bit of the write-up then. So let's look at the issue of building a mega church. This is not enough reason for young Olori to leave her husband. She could have raised money by calling for donations, and all these rich associates of the king would have given abundantly towards any project of hers, and she would have conveniently built a large church wherever she wanted. About a week after this write-up went viral on social media, Olori Naomi took to her Instagram page again and posted a 6-minute montage photos of the Ooni with a background music chastising those saying negative things about her and her husband. She also wrote that their love was a strong one that no one could destroy. If truly Olori is back in Akure, I don't think this will still be a speculation because Akure is not such a large town. People would have seen her at a time or the other, and there would have been photos or videos of her in Akure circulating all over social media, because she would have definitely gone out on one occasion or the other and one person or two would have seen her. And she definitely did not leave the palace for Akure in January, as she was present during this year's Aje festival towards the end of February. Videos and photos from this festival confirm this. After this write-up by bloggers and journalists claiming she left the palace for Akure in January, people came up with several other accusations which they claimed are all from reliable sources or palace gossips. First, they said Olori Naomi already had a child before she married the Ooni, and that she never disclosed this to the king. If the allegations about her being the one that went to the palace and told the king she had a revelation or prophecy that she was the next queen when the king divorced Olori Wuraola, and the king allegedly sent his people to go and do a thorough background check on her and found her to be clean with no skeleton in her cupboard, then how come these honest men never found out that she already had a child during the investigation? Or does it mean they were not thorough enough? Initially, I thought they were talking about her niece, but according to the so-called sources of this information, it is a completely different child they are talking about. And no one has been able to say exactly who she had the child for and where the child is. It was alleged that she had the child when she was about 15 or 16, and that this was one of the reasons she did not further her education. But in the past, the story was that she started her ministry at the age of 18 and dropped out of university in year 1 because allegedly God called her to be an evangelist and she obeyed the call. When Ooni of Ife got married to Olori Naomi, the story then was that she went to the palace with other members of Khan and she was asked to lead the prayers. She was also said to have taken a gift along to present to the king on behalf of herself and her ministry. Next, they accused her of not being in good terms with the Ooni sisters and that this was one of the reasons she was sent out of the palace. But is that enough reason for her to have left the palace? After all, her mother and sisters were said to have been living with her, so she had some support and was not alone if truly there was an ongoing battle between her and the Ooni sisters as claimed. People then flooded social media again with another story that she was an Igbo woman who grew up in Yoruba land, and this was one of the reasons the Ooni sent her packing, as she did not disclose this, and the Ooni is not allowed to marry outside his tribe, allegedly. But guys, come to think of it, Olori Wuraola was not Yoruba, she was from Benin. And then, is it actually possible for someone not to have a single name of the tribe to which she belongs? All of Queen Naomi's names are Yoruba names, apart from Naomi, which is a biblical name. The funny thing, everyone, is that there is not a lot of information about the Olori's parents on the internet. When I was trying to find some information about her father, because I have never really heard anything about her dad, I saw an article posted by some blogger called Imiro on November 3rd, 2018, shortly after she got married to the king, and this is what the article had to say about Olori Naomi. The article claims that her mom is from Ikeneremo in Ogun State and that the father is from Akure. However, people have stated that her mom is actually from Ikere Ekiti in Ekiti State and not from Ikeneremo in Ogun State. And then the article went further to say, do you know how Kabiyesi met his Olori? City People's investigation reveals that Kabiyesi met his beautiful Olori through her mother many years ago. It was further revealed that it was an extended relationship with all siblings of Olori Naomi Ogunwusi. Even the prophetess was at the palace in Ile-Ife 3 months ago to pray for Kabiyesi, and that was when Kabiyesi fell in love with her calmness and cool disposition. It was further explained that Kabiyesi did not only fall in love with her at first sight, he was impressed and induced when he knew that Prophetess Naomi was a virgin at the time. This was why Kabiyesi asked her out and promised her marriage without further ado. City People's investigation reveals that it took Olori and Kabiyesi 3.5 months to pick a date for the marriage, and preparations kicked off immediately. So guys, this is another version of how the Ooni met Olori, but which one is true? According to this article, it is confirming that Olori Naomi's father is from Akure. The article alleging that Olori Naomi has left the palace claimed that she lied about her modesty and pretending she was still innocent when she met the king, but that the king found out otherwise after their wedding, and allegedly that was where the problem started from. The queen and her ministry was very popular in Akure before her marriage, so if truly she had a child pre-married to the Ooni, this secret should have been out before now. Although their courtship was quite short and only the family members knew about it, so this may be why this was hidden, if it was. However, the people that carried out the investigation on behalf of the king should have been able to gather such information from such a small town as Akure. Rumors also have it that the Ooni secretly divorced Olori Naomi and has secretly married another woman. How true is this? Anyone with inside information can share this with us in the comment section. So, the latest rumor circulating the internet now is that Olori Naomi has given birth to a baby boy, but the palace is not disclosing this information to everyone. No one is, however, saying why. But I find it difficult to believe that despite all that has happened to the king in the past, and the fact that he has been married a few times with those relationships not producing any children, the king will now have a son and not shout it from the rooftop. What would be the reason for the secrecy except it is spiritual, or the Ife oracle has ordered them not to tell the world about the baby? I doubt very much if this is true. People are comparing the time of Olori Zainab Wuraola, what happened then, to what is happening now. They are saying Olori Wuraola came out boldly to confirm her divorce during her time. So people are saying the queen has been too quiet and are asking Olori Naomi to come out and address all the allegations and rumors. But do you really think she owes anyone any explanation? Yes, she is a public figure, but does being a public figure mean everyone should know what is happening in your home? It's still her life, and I don't think she can be compelled to explain anything to anyone. It appears everyone is desperate to know what exactly is going on at the palace, and that's why everyone is coming up with different stories. What story have you got that you wish to share with us? Is it from a reliable source or just hearsay? Share with us in the comment section. Don't forget to share this video with other people and subscribe to this channel to help the channel grow. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye for now. I'll see you soon.